Hello. Whoa. Alright, just still getting things set up. Give me 1 moment. Testing, testing. Wow, whoa. Well, Mike's real loud right now. Mr. Mike, Mr. Friendly, Mr. Mike Man, you're very loud for me. Not that I can hear it, but I can see it stressing out on the monitor. We're starting soon. Just got to finish getting things set up, which means also making sure that I am online and ready to go. It does say that I'm invisible. Oh, there we go. Okay, that is now ready. Ready! My window's kind of set up here. I am now in the box. Permissions are set up. I think I'm good. Alright, let me just use the restroom real quick and get some more water. Yes, use the restroom and get some water. I'll be right back. Ha ha! Alright, did we scare away all the... Did we scare away all the people who would not have stayed around anyway? Good. Let's... I would like to go in here and type in... This is for Wednesdays. And then this is for Tuesdays. If it seems weird what I'm doing, don't worry, I'm changing stuff in OBS. And this one is for Thursdays. Yeah, and then the text here will be today's topics. And the God you believe in sucks. And then, what's another good one? The God you believe in sucks. Therapy. Let's see, management. And because I think that kind of goes hand in hand with what we're looking at here. Just also turn the music down just a little bit. I think we're still within safe levels here. If you can hear what's going on, please let me know if the music volume is adequate. Might be too low or too loud, so just give me a heads up if it's either. While I'm typing these stuff out, that's right, I said these stuff, because I speak in the future. That didn't make any sense. Give me 1 second. I just gotta finish typing this out. But what I can do is I can say hello, hi, hello, and hello, and hello, and hi. We are here, I am here, and everybody else is here, and we're doing Theme Thursday. Theme Thursday is slowly evolving into its own sort of thing. And I don't know why, but I seem to always land on theism and therapy, so today is Theist Therapy Thursday. Basically what's going to happen today is that it's going to be sort of a looser... It's the last day of the stream week, and what I would like to do is I want to keep things casual because gameplay is sort of my pastime and how I have fun, and I want Theist Therapy Thursday to also be a fun and chill day. So what I would like to do is I'm going to spend half of it specifically reacting to stuff that I either may agree with or not agree with on YouTube. And then if we don't have any calls, or if we don't have anyone interested in debating any of the topics that are on today's list, then we will just go right into some Call of Duty gameplay, which is sort of a pretty decent fallback, I believe. So that's going to stay regular font. It's going to be colored sort of a bluish, and then the background will be sort of a grayish and just a tiny bit transparent. Let's see how that looks. Oh, it's big. Whoa. Oh my. All right. So these are the topics. They're pretty straightforward. And I think today might potentially hold a better possibility of getting a call, because these topics tend to be something that Christians like to push back against. Let me just switch over to my other scene so I can change these up. So this one is Wednesday. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's Wednesday. And then that's Thursday. All right. And let me know if that's too small to read. I highly doubt it. But let me know. So, hi everyone. Hi, hello again. Hi, we're here again. Let me just This sounds weird, but let me just brush my teeth. I'll be right back. I've got the, you know, morning mouth, the fuzzy teeth, if you will. So let me just brush my teeth real quick. I don't like that feeling. Give me 1 second. Listen to the music. I'll even turn it up. I know everyone just loves accordion music, so just listen to that for a few minutes. Ooh-ay! Ew! How? Where am I? Alright, we can turn it back down now. A cool transitional musical fade, that's what that was. Not just me manually turning it down. I promise I'm very sophisticated, and my stream is very high-tech, and sort of cutting edge and bleeding edge and cutting bleeding edge. But when you cut, you bleed, so... What? Hi! Once again, you know, I skipped out for a tiny little bit. So don't go and brush my teeth. Typically I like to wait until I've, you know. Well, no, I did wait. So here's how it transpired. Alright? I got up in the morning. I had my coffee as I do. I had my morning routine as I do. And normally what happens is right after... Sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, it's right before I eat a daily nut bar for breakfast. They're great. Costco has like the big bulk things. You pay like, I don't know, $20 for a bunch of them, like 50 or 60 or something like that. It's good. It works. If you like to eat light in the mornings, yet you still believe that breakfast is the most important meal of the day because just biologically speaking, because of our circadian rhythms, we kind of have to have something in the beginning of the day to fuel us, typically some carbohydrate, ideally something with complex carbohydrates, not just white carbohydrate. My God, wow, woo! My speech skills are just it's toward the end of the week, and they are just like. That's all I hear in my head right now. It's just like... And that's about it. I just want an excuse to pull out my ocarina. Just because I can say that I have an ocarina. It's a pretty well made one. It's like plastic. Pretty cool. I'm not good at it. I don't really know how to play it, but I know some people do. Figured why not, you know? Yeah. I mean, it makes a really good dove noise. I've learned how to do that. I can now call a dove. Whoa! You know that thing? If you live in California, you probably heard it before. Anywhere with wood doves, really. It's like their little warble call. Wow. We're going off on tangents. We're unfocused. That's just, I guess, you know, kind of how things are supposed to feel towards the end of the week. I know that for most people, their work week ends on Friday. For me, I just kind of keep going. Just kind of work every day. All day, every day. I mean, work is, you know, work is subjective. What some people call work, others might call lollygagging. You know, wasting time, trying to network and you know, build a community around an idea. There was an idea. If you remember who said that or what universe it was in, you get a million internet points. Now, nobody's ever taken me up on my trivia challenges, and I've offered quite a few internet points. They don't do anything. You can't win anything from them, and perhaps that's why, you know, people sometimes need an incentive, which is like, whatever. But you know what? I say some pretty topical references, okay? And sometimes the quotes and references are a little bit obscure, so it's nice to know if I have someone who has common interests in my presence. So as soon as I finish whatever it is you can't see me doing, at least until over a half an hour into the stream anyway, and never on YouTube. As soon as I'm done with this, then we will get to playing the videos. I want to be expedient because I would like to spend time playing CoD. I am not. So here's the problem with me. There's a lot. It's not just one, but here's the problem with me in terms of streaming and content creation. Typically, YouTubers and Twitch streamers fall into one of several categories, but they typically only fall into one. This is the problem. My foundation isn't even very consistent, and I see that as a personal charm, and hopefully you do as well if you're watching this stuff. But I think people who variety stream still stick to like only a couple of different topics, but just because of my ADHD brain, I'm kind of like all over the place. Pretty soon we're going to be running you know, D&D campaigns on the channel, possibly 2 D&D campaigns on the channel. So like there's a lot of potential for really identifying with the ADHD crowd and really just kind of playing to that strength. But what I love and the stuff that I consume the most on streams is FPS content. And when I was like a kid, like when I was when I was a youngster, not even old enough to drive a car yet, I was pretty gosh darn good at the first-person shooters. And to the extent where I was being invited to things like, please don't date me with this reference, but I was invited to things like QuakeCon, where you still had to bring your computer with you, and we would set up like a LAN party, and we would have tournaments, and I tended to do okay, won a little bit of prize money in my day, like, and by prize money I mean like $50 or like a gift certificate. Nothing like how they do with competitive gaming now. Oh boy, makes me wish I had been born like maybe 15-20 years later, because oh man, like if I had been able to show off my skills with Quake, when after COD had come out, I would, man, I'd be the one getting invited out to the studios, what, DICE, I think, or EA or whatever, for the new COD or Battleground, or damn, for the new Battlefield promotional event. I saw that recently, so I'm like, I'm so jealous. Oh man, so envious of those guys that like because they do this consistently. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is my lament. You know, I should, if I had continued down the path that I had gone the first time I started streaming, when I was doing mostly just video content. I was mostly just doing like, oh, not display capture. I was doing like YouTube stuff. I was posting videos to YouTube. Give me one moment. Cheers, by the way, if you haven't yet had your medicine today. Now, if that bubbling sounded a little bit different to you, then good catch. It's because today we're dabbing, as opposed to actually combusting. So that's the difference. Yesterday was pretty good. We played Against the Storm. So Against the Storm is a game that I have enjoyed thoroughly over the last couple of years. I think it came out in like 2023, perhaps. Full release was, I think, last year. Or 2023, but they've since added some DLCs, and it is even more fun. It's a mixture of my two favorite genres, which is real-time strategy / city management, which I love the fact that those divested a bit in the past, because my thing with Age of Empires, Age of Wonders, Civilization, all those Sim 4X games and real-time strategy stuff like that, like my thing there in those games was always trying to build the best city that I could, you know, be the best civic leader and win the game that way. Like in Age of Empires, you can win through diplomacy as well as Civilization. But it was all like really rudimentary back then, and now there's like full systems, full games even that handle just being a city manager. So it's really cool. Cool, very cool. Keep being cool, PC gaming community. Keep being cool. This guy, probably not very cool. I pre-watched some of these shorts. I did not pre-watch them all. So we'll leave it at that, and then we'll just see what we end up with here, okay? Might not be bad, might not be... It might be bad, might not be bad, might be good, might not be good. We shall know in a moment.
If you talk about work-life balance as a 22-year-old man, you're hanging around with the wrong people. That gnawing feeling when you realize you've outgrown your social circle isn't loneliness, it's your ambition finally.
Well, I think just to stop you right there, sir, I believe that life-work balance is applicable to anybody who's in the workforce. I think that it's a misunderstanding of human beings, and it's an awful discounting of the totality of what makes up a human being to say that when you're younger, you should work harder. When you're younger, you're less tired. You should go for it more. When you're older, you're going to be much less willing to go for it. I mean, that's societally true sometimes. I don't think that is the majority of the cases, nor do I think it's even half the cases where that is true. I think that people work well on into their 40s and 50s. If anything, their acumen is better and their work ethic is better. I think that if you're a constant career changer, like yours truly, unfortunately, then your resume probably doesn't look good enough to dislocate the idea of you being a transient staff member from potential employers. But on the bright side, it also means that you've probably developed a pretty good working knowledge of things in that time.
Speaking louder than your need to belong.
Oh, and that was his only point. Okay, well, I think, because I thought his point was going to be about overgrowing your social circle, and that's not a thing either. It's the same social construct as you know, saying that you got to do more when you're young. That just isn't a thing. Oh, I think we got someone in the waiting room. Lawrence, I see you. I'm putting you. Hey, Lawrence, can you hear me? Lawrence is muted. He is in the waiting room once again. If you'd like to talk about something that you see on today's topics, like good old Lawrence here seems to be seems to be trapped in the thing. Let me know when you want me to bring you up, if you're ready, because you left the channel, so I assume that you needed time to prepare emotionally, perhaps. Time to prepare, you know, mentally, you know. So yeah, let me know in the chat when you're ready once again, and we can feel free to talk about any of the topics. You can talk about any of the topics that are on the list here, or you can talk about any of the topics from any previous streams, which is pretty much any of the culture war stuff. You know, if you bring up a point, chances are I might know a thing or two about it. All right, so we'll do that. And Lawrence, if you want to come up, you got to let me know, because I'm trying to respect the reasons why you may have stayed in the waiting room, or if you'd like to wait till somebody else calls just so you can test the waters and see what things are like, that's cool too. But yeah, just feel free to hang out if you'd like. I think we're gonna keep on this 10-hour accordion this accordion music. It's so good. It's so good.
A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. A mistake repeated more than twice is a habit. A mistake repeated
pause.
More than 3 times.
How do you pause? Do you not want to pause for me? So the thing that the last guy was saying was, it was about outgrowing your friend group, and that's not a thing. You can outgrow your friend group, but it's not because you're working harder, because you're more skilled or more prepared for life. It's because you just don't have the same interests anymore. Like, you don't necessarily make all the friends that you're going to have throughout your entire life in elementary or high school. That's not how socializing works. Like, eventually at some point you're gonna have to put yourself out there and make new friends, or make different friends. Like, I would say that I'm in a bad position because I just neglected all my friends, but that was my own mistake, you know? So I'm not super worried about, you know, I did all the stuff, and I can take accountability for that. So, and I think that's part of being a man, because that's sort of what a lot of this stuff is about, is being a man, whatever quote unquote that means. So let's put this back to the beginning, because I kind of missed his, I just had to understand what the Sigma mindset means, you know? What does it mean? What is the Sigma mindset?
A mistake repeated more than once
this is so
is a
laggy.
decision. A mistake.
So I don't know what that means. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision? That's not really a thing. Wesley Curry, what's up? How's it going? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're looking at the Sigma mindset right now.
A mistake repeated more than twice is a habit. A mistake repeated more than 3 times is character. Mistakes happen.
Well,
We're all
no.
human.
I mean, I guess if you're as true as anything else would be if it develops into a habit, but if you know that something you're doing is a mistake and you continue to do it, that's just callousness, as far as I understand it. I don't think that there's really a profound message behind this. It's simple, you know, if I do this, something's gonna happen. You know? Oh, Lawrence has left. Aw, darn it. Lawrence! What happened? If I may call you Larry, because I believe Larry is a more fun name to say. Alright, you're in the waiting room again. I don't know. Are you trying to figure out how to work Discord? Help me understand. Help me understand your plight here. Or if you just want to be in the waiting room, that's fine. If you just want to hang out, I appreciate it. But this is a call-in show, so I assume that's what you're doing. Alright, well, while you figure things out, we will continue. Anyway, this isn't like a profound message. I'm guessing that is really the only point here. Yeah. Why laggy? Stop laggy.
You're a young...
So this guy, if you're on my side of the aisle politically, you know this guy's a piece of shit. If you are, and if you're not, darn it, oh, we made it 34 minutes in. Haha! 34 minutes without cussing. I did it. Next milestone is 60 minutes. We can do it. That way, if we ever hit YouTube partner status, then we won't have to worry about getting demonetized. And if you're not on my side, then you just don't know that this guy's a piece of shit yet. So, young white Christian men. Advice for all young white Christian men. Exclusively. Nobody else gets to listen to this, all right? This is if you're not young, if you're not white, if you're not Christian, and if you're not a man, you're not allowed to listen to this, okay? You've got to mute it. You've got to shut your ears. Larry, let me know when you want in. Again, just once again, I just want to make sure that you know that you're welcome to get into the box, but you got to express some interest in doing so, because you left the box, and then you left the channel entirely, and then you came back into the box. So let's confuse me less, and and then we can get to discussing.
And if you're a young white Christian man, don't take any of this as playing the victim.
You know, I love the fact that he had to preface it. He had to prep you.
Get your life together. Stop doing drugs.
Why? So the assumption is that if you are a young white Christian man and you're feeling lonely or depressed, the assumption is that you're doing drugs.
Stop watching the P word.
The assumption is that you're watching pornography.
I can't even say that here on YouTube. Stop
yes, you can.
Drinking alcohol.
Your assumption is that they're an alcoholic.
Get yourself physically fit.
See what I'm saying? You're assuming that they're overweight.
Even though things are rigged against you, that is not a reason to play.
Rigged against you. So I think it's pretty common knowledge that young white Christian men are probably the most privileged demographic of literally all of them. The only one that is, I would say, comparable would be old white Christian men. I mean, Christians are the majority. People who claim to be Christian are the majority in the US. The majority of our leadership claims some affiliation with some type of Abrahamic God, whether they be Jew, Christian, Catholic, or one of its many denominations. White people are responsible for ethnic cleansing throughout our entire country's history, and no other race has been. So, I mean, I find... Also, I mean, there's just the idea that men are just, you know, intrinsically... We have been the bad guys throughout history. Like, we've been the ones starting the wars. We've been the ones, you know, with all the racist ideas. And sure, there are plenty of women out there, but how many throughout history do we know by name? Like, I mean, the evidence is all right there. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. So, you know, it feels bad thinking about being a young man on that side of things. Also, Wesley, if you want to say anything aside from hello, I'm happy to hear it. But you know, just wanted to let you know that we are a welcoming place here. And if you like to lurk, that's fine too. Lawrence is still hanging out in the waiting room. There's nobody in here, Lawrence. You can come in and we can talk. if you'd like. I'm happy to do it. It makes me feel bad if I was to imagine myself being a person in this demographic. You know, I fit 2 of those criteria, arguably 3. But we don't know. Oh, Wesley, that's fine. Is that you in the waiting room that was trying to talk? If so, let me know, and I'll keep the spot open for you if you'd like. But yeah, if you can get into a more stable, technologically friendly area, then you know. Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. If you're able to get back into the waiting room, and what I can do is I can bring you on up into the box, and just don't do anything from there. Just try and talk, and see if you can hear me, and then if we have trouble from there, then we can troubleshoot if you'd like.
The victim card.
So if I'm in this demographic and I'm listening to this, I'm not like me. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do like drugs. I consume cannabis because that's, you know, therapeutic to me, but I don't, and so do plenty of righties. Yeah, I think, you know, pornography, no. I mean, but plenty when I was younger. Like, I don't think that it's fair. Okay, Lawrence, I see ya. And just when I bring you up, don't touch anything. Just see if you can speak, and if not, then we'll see if there's still issues beyond that. Okay, give me just. Lawrence, can you hear me? No, you're back in the waiting room. Let's bring you up again. Lawrence, can you hear me? Don't tap anything. Lawrence, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you keep figuring that out. I think there's nothing on my end that I can do that would facilitate this easier, other than just keep trying to bring you up and testing. Hello, testing.
Testing.
Hey, I can hear you. Although I can hear myself. That's.
I love the fact that he had to preface it. He had to prep you.
Get your life together. Stop doing drugs.
Can't exactly hear you. Okay, I can hear what's on your screen. Seems like.
If you are a young white Christian man and you're feeling lonely or depressed, the assumption is that you're doing drugs.
Stop watching the P word.
Okay, I can hear you typing.
You can't even say that here on YouTube. Stop
Yes, you can.
drinking alcohol.
Your assumption is that they're an alcoholic.
I hear me 3 times.
You're assuming that they're overweight.
Even
Whoa.
though things are rigged against you, that is not a reason to play.
So
Rigged
strange.
against you. So I think it's pretty common knowledge that young white Christian men.
Is that how much delay is on my stream?
Demographic of literally all of them. The only one that is, I would say, comparable would be old white Christian men.
Lawrence, I'm sure I can hear you if you say something.
Majority, people who.
You can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, hi. Well, that's enough for me. I can see my Apple camera image in the little green squared box on this Discord site, and so my camera's on. I don't know if you can see me or not.
I can. Yes.
I can.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Hello.
Hi. So
if you could, I don't know if you could turn me down a little bit, because I can hear myself as an echo, and it's gonna make me stutter on my speech, I think, a little bit.
I turned off the YouTube. I only have on Discord at this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, maybe you hear me. I could probably just turn me down. It's fine. It's okay. What did you want to talk about?
What did you want to talk about?
Well, I just noticed your site, and you're claiming to be an atheist, yes?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Well,
Are you a theist?
I
Are you
am.
a theist?
No. No, I'm not an atheist.
No, I sorry. Are you a theist?
Are you a theist?
A theist? No, I'm a Jew.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Jesus is God.
Is that what Jews believe?
Real Jews do.
Okay, forgive my lack of knowledge of Judaism, but is that which one is more mainstream? Is it more the non-Jesus Messiah one, or is it the Jesus Messiah one?
Jesus is the Messiah. I'm a Jew.
Okay, and that
Jesus
does differ,
created-
right, from the
Hashem is Jesus.
okay.
And for those Hebrews, do you how many people are watching your show now? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I have one regular, and then I usually don't stream to pretty much anyone on Thursdays.
Okay.
Thursday's a very slow day for me.
So you don't believe that Jesus is God, and I do.
I don't believe that God existed or exists.
Right. So God showed you what's going to happen to you, and you know what's going to happen for not believing in Him.
Right. I mean, even so, if God existed, that would still kind of make him kind of suck.
Well, I believe that there's a lot of people that say they're Christians that are in no way Christians. What they are is called wizardry. Those that sell the name of Jesus for money. That's what wizardry is. And they don't teach the whole story of Jesus. They just teach this. There are those that teach making money means you're making God. The prosperity. And to get to sell their idea, they only say Jesus is love, Jesus is good. They leave out the stuff where Jesus is terrible. So,
but the Bible doesn't.
Jesus created the flood and killed everybody on the earth, but Noah and his family. Jesus knocked Sodom and Gomorrah out very quickly.
True.
So Jesus created good, and Jesus created evil for His purposes. And one of the problems that many I have had, is forgetting that revenge is the Lord's, not mine. So that's where religions sort of get a bad name. They start taking out revenge in the name of God, and that's not our place. Rather than being forgiving and forgiving any sin done against us, which is the way Jesus teaches.
But shouldn't we consider that kind of bad if he goes and does genocides, and even if we are to understand that it's okay if he does it, it's still bad.
Well, really, the way it's done is that Jesus removes himself from the equation. He turns his back on those people, and they become murderous in that way.
But isn't that bad if you turn your back on your creation?
He has great patience.
Not for Sodom and Gomorrah, not for the whole world during the flood.
All mankind has already experienced 2 specific dates when Jesus quit holding them up.
Okay.
On October 10 in the year 2005. On March 31st in the year 2020.
You said
on
those
October
are when
10,
Jesus
2005,
left?
for a few minutes, as all mankind lay in their bed, wherever they sleep, Jesus quit holding them up. And everyone, for a few moments, 15, 20 seconds, felt paralyzed, unable to move. Gravity was too strong for them to move their muscles against for about 20 seconds. During those 20 seconds, when Jesus quit holding up mankind, he allowed Satan to pull a fire down and speak inside your heads. And Satan said, I will turn and toss you violently like a ball, And then Satan said, don't tell the vision. That was not God that spoke those words, and it was not only you that heard him. It was all mankind.
All right, you're giving me a lot to process here. Can you can you just tell me what the point is that you're trying to make through these revelations?
Well, I can't save you. Jesus can.
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay.
I'm just saying that your God sucks.
Your God sucks.
I'm not going to try to turn you.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going to happen
just hanging
to
out then?
you?
Hanging out then?
We just chilling?
I'm just going to kind of give you a heads up. You're on a rail in a train wreck, and I'm going to tell you some specific things that Jesus showed you in visions in your mind.
So you're gonna strong arm me into trying to believe into the guy you believe in.
I'm going to tell you fact.
So you're gonna threaten me.
Put it on your table
with perdition.
And let you decide. And let you decide.
So you're gonna threaten me with perdition.
No, I'm not going to threaten you.
So you're gonna communicate that God will throw me into perdition if I do not come to him in the end.
No, Jesus is going to turn his back on you and leave you.
And I'll then
to
what?
your
Fall
own
into
devices.
a magical pit of fire?
And what
Myself?
I'm going to do is tell you what you and your devices are going to come up with.
I mean, if God can't affect me if I don't believe in him. So.
Yeah. The Omni barcode shall be branded. You will not be allowed to walk into a food store to buy food if you are not physically branded, if you haven't had your flesh physically burned with a barcode called Omni barcode.
Okay, when's this going to happen?
Get that barcode. You will be offered money to take that barcode. The amount shall be in crypto or electronic dollars, none in cash. It is not free money. Free money is where you have money that you can give $10 to somebody on the street, or you can give $100 to your dad, or you can give some money to your friends, as a loan. This is not free money. This is money that only you can spend, and none of it is in cash. The amount will be $32,523.
When is this going to happen?
$32,523 to be branded.
Please do not continue talking. I asked you a question. Stop. You're muted right now, just so you know. I can unmute you when you are ready to have a discussion. Just nod your head and let me know. No? Okay. Bye. Real strong faith you got there. If you don't want to have a discussion, I would say don't call in. That's why we're here. We're here to have an open discussion about God in this theme. The God you believe in is a piece of shit. Your God sucks. If I have a gun to my head saying that I have to believe in him or else I'm going to burn in hell, that's kind of shitty, man. It's kind of a shitty thing for anyone to say. Any living being, any sentience that wants to corral people under its guidance and leadership, and says, believe in me, or else you get to go to hell. Well, Wesley, if you had any kind of ability to perceive how reality works, you would know that active listening means asking questions as you're learning the topic that the person is trying to communicate to you. This is not a debate where you just get whatever time you want, a pre-designated amount of time to speak. You were clearly reading from something. I'm trying to have a discussion. If you would like to have a discussion, that's fine. But you need to actually understand that people are going to be asking you questions while you try to have a discussion. Otherwise, all you're doing is proselytizing, which is not what I will allow on here. Sorry. I just tried to make the old case, or the case that old people can learn new things. Come on, man. Didn't you see the stream? I'm sorry, but interrupting is part of conversation. Saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, can you just elaborate on that one point? Because I don't understand what you're saying. Can you just elaborate on that?" That's part of conversation, man. I mean, talking over is not a good thing, but if we can both understand that someone's going to have questions at some point, again, this is not a debate, man. Toy TV? What's a toy TV? I mean, you came here with some weird prophecies that you obviously couldn't substantiate if you can't listen to questions to elaborate the point you're trying to make. You wanted a platform, and I was willing to give you one, man. I can steel man a reasonable person all day long. But if you want to just have a platform, then you can feel free to stream yourself. Sorry. There comes a day when there shall be nothing to buy. No electricity, no gas, no food to buy with your 33,000 or 32,523 Omni barcode money. Have you been assessed for any kind of this is giving very you might actually need help vibes. You couldn't give me a date. I just asked, when do you think it's going to happen? I just asked when you think it's going to happen. Like, you could have even just said, I don't know, like a decade from now, and then continued on with whatever your diatribe was. I wanted to listen. I love conspiracy shit. This would have been the perfect subject matter for me, but you ruined it, man. Your impatience is not very, not very godlike, not very godly. Not something that screams well-adjusted or even adult. So, sorry, man. If you want to be an adult, we can talk, but if you don't want to be an adult, if you just want to be weird, 5 months ago, listen to what you're saying, man. 5 months ago, real bread was given to you by Jesus. I shall be eating that. You don't think that sounds a little weird? You don't think that maybe you might need to, like, talk to someone? If you want to run away from conversations the rest of your life, that's fine. But people are going to ask you questions, and that might mean that they need to stop you while you're on your fucking rant and ask you questions. I mean, the first thing you said took 45 seconds for you to say. And I can give you some slack for not knowing how Discord works, but yes, the fact that you're saying that Jesus gave us real bread like 5 months ago, that's weird. Yes, absolutely. The fact that you literally typed out 5 months ago, real bread was given to you by Jesus. That's really fucking weird, man. Real fucking weird. But if you've been trapped in a echo chamber for too long, then it's probably not going to sound too weird to you. It's probably going to be pretty normal. That's what cultists do. I'm still asking you for a discussion. I'm ready to have you join again if you're ready to actually have a discussion. You're the one that is acting childish. I'm here on camera. Look, I'm on camera. This is me. I'm representing myself. I'm putting myself out there on the internet. And you got fed up and wanted to leave because I needed information. Sorry. I mean, you're treading on a ban from the channel entirely. If you want to just keep being childish. If you want to be a grown-up, a mature adult who can be present and who can actually answer questions that are asked of you. But I can tell you this right now, if you tried to go to anybody else's call-in show and you are this much of a pussy that you can't actually stay and answer questions, then they're not going to want to talk to you either. So, no, you give evidence that you simply do not want to listen, so no, not going to join you again. Okay. I'm not asking. I'm saying that I'm here if you want to. I'm happy to let you crash out in the voice channel. I'm happy to let you do that. But I'm definitely not going to let you preach. That's for damn sure. And shall not meet with everyone without TV. What? You can get in there. It's fine. Get in. Go ahead. I can't play with you right now. I'm sorry. The voice you heard me speak with is the one I sound like. Is the little froghead voice you use. Hello. Hello. What does that even mean? Are you schizophrenic? I mean, I'm almost like I should probably refer you to somebody. What state do you live in? Or if you live in Canada or something, what province do you live in? I'll look for some resources for you. Because if you can't read what you're typing and realize that what you're typing looks kind of strange, then you might be stuck somewhere mentally. And if you let me know what geographical area you're in, I can probably point you to some resources that might actually help you, you know, not say such things that you might regret once you're finally lucid. So, I mean, like, you simply do not have the patience for discussion. No, you give evidence you simply do not want to listen, so I'm not going to join your spin. Join your spin? I do not need TV, and nothing is on TV. I don't know what you're talking about with TV. And shall meet with everyone without TV. Okay. Nobody's stopping you. The voice you heard me speak with is the one I sound like. What does that even mean? Why does anybody care about your voice? Is that the little froghead voice you use? Little froghead? Also, what does that mean? The last thing Jesus said to you was on November 21st, 2020. I don't even know what you are trying to imply. Nothing happened on 2020. November 21st, what date is that supposed to be? Is that, what? Is that an election year? Like, I don't know what you think was happening on November 21st, 2020 that was so significant. Because it just looks weird. Perhaps the best thing, oh wait, sorry. Jesus said to you, "You want war," and began turning his back against you. Perhaps the best thing for you is a book of Chinese phrases for shoppers to help you with your only shopping spree. You're right. Perhaps you need some of, to link me towards some Chinese phrases for shoppers. And maybe then I'll gain some more insight. You have proven that you are a very silly person. Do you not see the name on my fucking channel, you moron? Do you not know how to read? Are you that stupid? Or are you just so delusional that you just cannot fathom someone not taking you seriously? Bye! Oh! Jesus. Maladjusted little baby. I almost thought that maybe I was approaching my first weirdest person, and you've done it. You've broken the weird cherry for me. So I'm quite thankful to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You know that you're still just giving me engagement, right? Even if you think that you're denying me something from you, like, this is all just benefiting me. Your continued presence. So, I will enjoy talking to myself. That's literally what I do every stream. So, sorry you're too weird. But yeah, if you want, you know, if you come to your senses later on, and you truly do remember that perhaps you might need some resources to help you with your mental health, I'd be happy to link some to you. Just hit me up in either the comments or in the Discord, and I'll forward those resources to you. Okay, there is help out there for people who are struggling with mental illness, and I don't apply that to everyone who labels themselves a theist or a Christian or whatever, or a real Jew. But you know, I just want that to be out there. You know, if you need help, help is out there. I can help you get it if you need. So, like the last guy, if you're struggling, you know, don't struggle alone. That's the main part of it. All right, so once again, we're taking actual calls from people who aren't going to be weird. And so if you'd like to call, please feel free. All right. Ooh, hey, he dropped another nugget. A truth bomb shall soon a nuclear bomb shall soon explode from a green Volvo in Chicago. That same day, the voice that told you, don't tell the vision, the voice of Satan was that, shall tell those manning nuclear missiles to launch. I see we're following the Fallout universe's timeline. No, that was actually Cold War, I believe. But we can move it up for like modern era creativity, you know, like just to kind of get it updated. But yeah, that's seemingly pretty similar. Larry, you shall be under military law, martial law, every day for the remainder of your days on Earth. When? You still haven't said when. The first thing I asked you was a date, and you can't give me a date? Man, I wish I could put this chat. I probably can. Can I put this chat on the screen so that people on Twitch can see it? Can I do that? How do I do that? I can do a display capture? How's that work? Because I bet you anything he's just going to copy paste his entire script on here. So I would really love to catch that crash out. Window capture. No, you didn't give me any dates. So. And so you think this is going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years? Okay. What proof do you have? God told you? God was there when you said that? Okay, yeah, we got it. Just, I don't have any important information on there. Nope. And then I can click it and I can do this. And then I can do this. Yeah, that works. I can do that. Now you guys can see him crashing out, if you're on Twitch. It's real nice. It's pretty funny. This is like comedy gold right here. He said I was a very silly person. As if you didn't read the title of the gosh darn channel you were joining. I remember when I went to school, they placed a heavy emphasis on reading comprehension. Like, reading comprehension was one of the most important things that I had to endure when I was going to school. It sucked. Just like God. Just like the God that you believe in, Larry. Larry, your God fucking sucks. Your God's a piece of shit, pussy-ass bitch. And you're looking like quite the coward right now. Strong faith. Real strong faith you got there, buddy. And who's Larry if you're Wesley Curry II? Like, what is even this persona you're crafting for yourself here? Are you trying to be as strange as possible? I saw a device. The green Volvo met the 4 engineers that built it in Chicago. I did not see it in a dream. I saw it in real life. Oh, were you present at the facility at, what was it called? Los Alamos? Were you there when they had the Alien Wars? Larry! So Larry is anti-Trump, I assume. Larry, I think I already made it pretty clear that I don't care to listen to what you have to say. I was willing to have a discussion. You then didn't seem willing to have the discussion, and you ran away. And then you started talking real weird shit. Not to say that you weren't talking weird shit during the call, but yeah. I would have loved to have kept, you know, letting that go. Would have loved to have kept filming that. on the TV, apparently. It's like the kind of old person that says, you know, oh, you kids, you're playing your damn Nintendos. I asked you when, buddy. You didn't even say during Trump's presidency. You said no date whatsoever. So I find it hard to have a conversation with someone who can't answer basic questions. I'll goad you all day long after you acted like a dumb piece of shit. Sorry, I don't mean to be so mean, but I guess I kind of do. I don't like theists. I don't like dishonest theists. And I don't like people who have this like inflated sense of self-worth over being a theist and then like say weird shit. Like that's just a big pile of poop. You know, I can handle a little poop nugget. Like if you poop a little poop nugget out, then I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. That's fine. You know, I'll get a broom. We'll sweep it up. If you need to use the facilities, it's fine. No harm, no foul. But it's like you did it, and then more nuggets kept falling out. You know, more and more nuggets, and they were stinky. They were stinky, my friend. Larry, you might need to have some more leafy green vegetables incorporated into your diet.
If you are a young man,
because those nuggets were stinky. I bet you like this guy. No, you probably hate this guy. I hate this guy too. We would have that in common, as we were all apparently brothers in Christ, unless you are not a Christian. So if you don't know who this is, this is Nick Fuentes. He's a big piece of shit. He's almost as big a piece of shit as God, except he didn't commit any genocides or command slavery of his followers. So those are some steps up, but it's not comprehensive. Larry! Oh man, I really should have just let you talk, you know? I should have just let you keep proselytizing. You would have dug your own hole. And then I would have got to see more of this nuclear device stuff. You know? It sounded interesting, it really did.
and think about it like this.
But I'm trying to have a discussion, man.
Your greatest asset as a young person is your youth. And what that means is, 1, brain elasticity. Superpower.
Now, it's probably going to get racist or anti-Semitic at some point. So just prepare yourself. Trigger warning.
People say, how do I know so much? People say, how is my recall, my memory so good? It's because I read in...
Does he... I'm sorry, wait. People ask him what? People ask you what? No.
Power.
No!
If you are a
Don't
young
go forward,
man,
go back.
Superpower. People say, how do I know so much?
People
say,
talk to
how is
him,
my recall,
apparently.
my memory so good? It's
Pause.
because I read.
Oh my god, the lag. He's saying that people ask him why he's so smart and why his brain works so well. I don't know that I've ever wanted to accuse Nick Fuentes of being a particularly smart or mentally elastic kind of guy. This is almost as weird as the stuff Larry was saying.
When I was in high school. And
Larry!
when you are young, your brain is the most elastic, meaning your retention, the speed is better.
He clearly can't even explain it. That's not a thing. You're not just able to be smarter when you're young. You don't absorb more information when you're young. It just happens to be that your brain is still forming. Like, yes, your intellect grows exponentially based on, you know, the level of growth in present happening to you, but that has nothing to do with smarts. Like, it's how you refine your intelligence and how you use it. You know what I found really funny with Larry was that he ran away from the chat right when I started making it visible. You know, right when I put it up. He finally left. Well, not very patient, I would say.
than it will ever be in your whole life. Take advantage of that.
But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. It's just a thing that is a biological thing. It's just
Take
a
up music,
normally
take
established
up an instrument, learn
thing.
a language, and read as many books as you can. Do those 3 things. If you're looking for an intellectual
I mean,
pursuit
do
as a
you
young
actually
guy,
want
the best
people
thing you
to take up instruments? Because I'm pretty sure he's of the crowd that is like, you need to stop having fun. You need to stop watching pornography and making playing video games, and you need to stop. You all need to stop. Down with the Jews, I think is what Nick Fuentes is pretty guilty of saying on a fairly regular basis.
My questions of faith.
Okay, so obviously we've seen that Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit. We've seen it. Now we just need to see it again.
Related one, actually.
So apparently he gave the best advice to alcoholic and divorced men's.
So I'm sure you know that most tradesmen are either alcoholics or divorced or
What a weird way to stereotype your own demographic, but go on.
felons, or sometimes all 3. It's okay, we love them. What would your advice be to young tradesmen who love Jesus more than anything and want to exemplify him in every word and action, but have a really
Oh, okay, so he's a plant. Gotcha. So, either he's just like super into. Oh, and by the way, Larry, just so you know, if you're talking about the goddamn Antichrist and Revelations bullshit, like you need to look at all the MAGA hat wearing assholes who have marks on their forehead and, you know, wearing goddamn t-shirts and shit. Like, come on. If you're looking for the Antichrist, I think you and I both know who he is. Don't wait for me to say it.
hard time consistently operating that way in an environment where mentioning Jesus is like committing a war crime.
Oh, we're so persecuted. Oh, Christians, everyone hates us. Oh. I mean, again, I don't need to point out that Christians are the majority faith in America. Not only that, but they are also the majority faith of all the leadership of America. They're the ones making laws. So, I mean, aside from that and all the ethnic cleansing you guys did over the last 500-600 years, I would say that your persecution accusations are a little ill-founded at best. So, I mean, if anyone has real proof that you guys are currently being persecuted, then I'm happy to entertain it, but that's some fucking bullshit if you honestly believe that. So this is obviously like a scripted, like planted... So let me just spoil something in media for you, okay? Let me spoil a big media thing. I'm sorry if this ruins your worldview, but people who are doing well don't complain. Don't tend to complain. I mean, that's pretty consistent across the board. That's why typically when you look at reviews for things, it's always a smarter idea to look at the negative reviews, sort by 1 stars and up, and then get people's I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Then get people's idea. Ugh. Oh, see, that's an old man. That's me. I'm an old man. That's one of those old man sitting down things. I made an old man that's sitting down noise. I just gave away the secret of me that I'm super old. So what I find to be funny in this clip is that the person gave up the ghost. They gave away the secret in plain sight. I think that only, for the most part, only right-wing, grifters tend to say that, oh, admitting that I'm a Christian is like committing a war crime. There are plenty of people who practice faith who don't who don't have to like cover up their cross medallion, you know, like I can't show it to anybody or else I'll get beat up. Jesus. The reason why people roll their eyes whenever Christians try to convert them, and let's face it, that's what you're doing, you know, like when you spread the gospel, that's what you're trying to convert people. And I think, y'all corny. I think if I was to borrow a phrase from the modern vernacular, y'all corny as fuck, and y'all kind of need Jesus. If I may borrow a phrase. So yeah, let's see what Kirk's advice is.
Number one, you have to make your faith center in everything that you do.
Totally not a plant or rehearsed, by the way. Totally not rehearsed. Totally.
In all that you do. In the same advice I gave previously, to the podcast you listen to, while you're doing your work, make it sermons, make it teachings.
Is that what Charlie Kirk does? Or does he not consume anything faith-based? One could speculate.
Speeches that glorify God in all that you do. If you know that most tradesmen have problems drinking, maybe you're just going to say, I'm going to not drink in my life. I don't drink, and it's a great way to live.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know? Solid advice, Charlie. Solid advice. If you're having trouble drinking, maybe stop. You know? If you got problems with alcoholism, maybe just give it up. You know? Maybe that's all you gotta do. Just stop. I mean, that's actually the look on Charlie Kirk's face. The look that I was doing. Just, you know, like, stop. I don't drink and I'm happy. Just stop.
Live, everybody. Tucker Carlson doesn't drink. Donald Trump doesn't drink. You got a lot of energy when you don't drink. And
oh my lord. Donald Trump doesn't drink. Sure, I mean, okay, but he's also like fucking strange. Like he I mean, not only is he, you know, raping children, but he's also like trying to be a dictator. He's got this weird thing about germs and he can't hold water in his hands. He always wears suits that are like way too big for him. It's very, he's a strange guy. He's always saying he's like 6'7". What the fuck? Who does that? He's maybe 6'1" with the risers. Maybe. And then you got, like, that's idolatry right there. All you theists out there who claim to follow the Bible. How do you explain that, huh? Oh, Trump is not particularly a godly man. Probably still voted for him, because at least he's not a trans. Right? 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 See, R-I-G-H-T, right? Righties? Come on, MAGA crowd. I know you want to opine. I know you guys are the not-so-silent minority.
I'm 7 months sober, by the way.
praise God, man. That's amazing. Good for
Oh yeah, you know, all those programs that help people quit alcohol that totally don't make it so that you are only able to do so if you come to God. Sure. Totally not exploitative or just plain fucking evil. Sure. Sure.
for you. And
Congratulations.
let
though.
me ask you, do you see a positive benefit from that?
In every aspect of every second of every day.
Praise
Well, no
the Lord.
shit.
And my advice for people in this audience is that if you're struggling with alcohol, tomorrow can be a new day where it can be your day one. Jesus Christ is with you through every.
Yeah. Just do what Charlie Kirk says. If you got a problem with drinking, just stop. You know? Just don't do it. Just don't drink anymore. That's what Charlie Kirk says. Christ.
every single one of those steps and those struggles. And even if you say, well, you know, I don't have an alcohol problem, that's fine. That's not actually the contention. The contention is it good for you in what you want to do? So here's what I say to young men, and Jordan Peterson's been saying this for a while, which is, what are you aiming at? What is your goal? What is your destination? And so by not drinking, what you've done is you've just taken one of those variables completely off the table. And let me tell you, if you're an alcoholic, you're more likely to get divorced.
The question is a faith-related one, actually. So I'm sure you know that most tradesmen are either alcoholics or divorced or felons or sometimes all three. But it's okay, we love them.
I mean, yeah, that's
What would
because
your advice be to...
you get drunk and you go home and beat your wife. Duh. Larry! Aw, Larry, I'll forever remember you as my first tinfoil hat debater. I really, you know, I do regret not just giving you a platform. I regret not just letting you talk. Man, the things you might have said. Ah. I'll be kicking myself for that one. Larry! I do love the name Larry, though. So, in order to cleanse the palate of you know, our previous encounter with someone named Larry, I do have a pleasant story about someone named Larry, if you'll entertain my nostalgia for a moment. So, my Larry, not this Larry, not the Discord Larry who was kind of rude. My Larry was a guy that I met in the potentially summer of 2002, I believe. Summer of 2002. When did I graduated high school in 2003? So yeah, sounds about right. Say summer of 2002. I totally wasn't checking to make sure that my pits weren't sweaty, by the way. It's another old man thing. When you start taking medications, they give you a hyperhidrosis sometimes, and I just like to check and make sure that I'm not, you know, in need of some sopping. Ugh, gross. Sopping is such a gross word. Ugh. My friend Larry, he was a large, lovable teddy bear of a gentleman, and we started hanging out. I don't remember exactly what the circumstance. I think I was dating the cousin of a close friend of his. So, you know, if you grow up in a town that isn't super socially diverse, like there's not a lot of like other like groups to go between, you kind of end up growing up around the same people. And so, you know, all your friends know each other, all your friends know each other. Chances are if you have one group of friends that they all hang out with other groups that you know as well. So it's all interconnected. A very intricate web, if you will. And so the girl I was dating at the time was the cousin of one of his friends. And these were all guys that kind of like, they were college age, but they didn't go to like college. Most of them just kind of started working right out of high school. And where most people in colleges would join like a club, or they'd join a frat or a sorority or something like that, these guys were all in bands. And because that all kind of lined up, and like band members have like latent, like not latent, sort of underneath the surface affiliation sort of thing, like it's an experience where they're now affiliated with something, like you're in a band. Oh, I'm the lead singer of a band, you know, that kind of thing. What that means organizationally is that they kind of come together and form like a crew. And it was all just based on music. It wasn't, you know, like they weren't like a gang or anything, but they called themselves the Hardcore Devoted Crew. So any of my HDC affiliates around the Sacramento area, you might throw up a little HDC, but I don't think there are any left really. It was back in the early aughts when you know, metalcore and metal dancing were a thing, and people got tattoos and were members of crews and loved to sing the blues and trying to find other words to rhyme. Terry Crews. Anyway, Larry was one of those guys, and he happened to be part of that the crew that I was familiar with, and we all shared mutual friends. And so I spent a couple years hanging out. Sorry, there's a little context that has to go into this. There's some exposition that needs to be laid out. So I got kicked out of the house pretty early on in life, and it was somewhere around the age of 18. And mostly, I think that the straw that broke the camel's back was because I had a party one day, and it got way too out of control and rowdy, and like I made not a huge mess. I dripped some soda on the carpet, which in hindsight, I probably would not have gotten mad enough to kick my son out over, but I am not my mother. I do not have her brain, and we can always speculate about people's motives after the fact. So, those being said, I do want to be able to see sort of both sides of things, and so she kicked me out, and I had a job at the time. It wasn't a very reliable job. What was I doing? I think I was just getting fired from Jamba Juice, and I then ended up in, I think I was selling Kirby vacuums door to door, and that lasted for maybe about a month. And I just, every single time I had to be trained on how to sell things, because I do not like scamming people, and that's essentially what you have to do. Every time I had seen someone do their little spiel thing, they're basically like bilking an old person out of money, and I couldn't mesh with that, and so I stopped that. So I was selling Kirby vacuums, and I think I got a job at Starbucks after that. Yeah. Lines up pretty well. So I get an apartment with this guy whose cousin I'm dating at the time, and they're being really nice to me and letting me essentially just crash on their couch, which, you know, he even gave me a mattress to sleep on. Like, I had my own corner of the room when it was a studio apartment, so dude was being very, very gracious. And looking back, I definitely mistreated his kindness. Aaron, hopefully if I ever see you again, try to make it up to you. But he was also a member of this HDC Hardcore Devoted crew. It sounds stupid now, but it's really just basically a frat. They all lived in like one house, and it was like a party house. Everyone hung out there. So he put me in touch because he knew I was looking for another job after I left Kirby Vacuums, and he put me in touch. These guys are actually how I started doing merchandise sales. First business ownership stuff. So he put me in touch with one of his friends who kind of had, like, he was kind of like a well-known guy. Like, he's, everyone has like that guy around the neighborhood that like just everybody seems to know. Like, it's all about respect, hey, like, and they do kind of always act like they're in the mafia. It's just business. So this guy, he was kind of like sort of what would you call it? Like a pirate king, or like a like a gentleman rogue type. He sold prescription pills that he himself, partook, and they were prescribed to him. So, I guess it's kind of up to him, whatever he decided to do with it. But so he used to get like painkillers, and he would sell them for a pretty decent amount of money. And that ended up leading into some other stuff that maybe that his close immediate friend circle might have at some point engaged in or another. But by no means was I ever involved in anything that this guy ever got up to. So let me just make sure that's clear for any agencies that might be. I did not. I heard all this secondhand. Third hand, just to be safe. Anywho, so other than that one sort of drawback, we could say that one immorality for the theme crowd, he was just a kind of a good guy. He was just kind of like he was sort of the person that everybody would call if they needed a ride home, even though it was always somebody else's car he needed to use. He would always, like, I ended up being that for a while, and so he would call me and say like, hey, so-and-so needs a ride, can you come pick me up at the corner of yada yada? Because he would always be at the corner somewhere, sitting at a cafe or right outside. We used to hang out right outside Starbucks and Noah's, and it's like you're taking court almost. It is sort of like a organized crime. I can't, there's no other way that I can describe it. But so he kind of helped me find people who could find people who knew where to find work, and that's how I got the job at Starbucks, and so I just started working there. Just over the time that I got to know the guy, he was just a really good friend. He was very dependable, and he, you know, always had some kind of resource or answer to something or advice, and it was always practical. It wasn't like, oh, you keep your chin up, you'll do fine. It was like, well, if you're really serious about doing this, then here's what you need to do. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. And typically his advice would tend to pan out. So, you know, he was very good for that kind of thing. He had a lot of insight, very smart guy. So I got the job at Starbucks right about the time that I got kicked out of the apartment that I really understand getting kicked out of. I only owed him something like $180, and I just couldn't come up with it because, and admittedly, it was just because I wasn't mature enough to really buckle down and actually do work and earn a living, even though I was on my own and I really should have been mature enough to do that. So I moved out and I just kind of lived in my car for about 9-10 months total. And so I started working at Starbucks around that time. And so I was parked behind Starbucks, and I would, you know, do a little wash up every morning before I went in. And then I would put on my apron and go behind the counter. Did that for a while. I did like a little bit at Noah's Bagels, like, because you could kind of go back and forth. They were owned by the same guy, just franchise style. And then I moved over to the one at the convention center and started doing convention work, where I started doing catering, and then I got into restaurants, and it went from there. Eventually I left Sacramento and kind of lost touch with Larry, just because I'm really bad at keeping those connections going. I can fully acknowledge that these days. And so, I don't know, I think maybe 10 years passed. Let me get myself some water. Something like 8 years, I think it's like 8 or 10 years passes, and I think I went, I don't think it was, I think it was right before I got married. I went down to visit my mom and just kind of like hang out and kind of give myself a bachelor party. It was more so just wanting to take like a little wander through the place I grew up and just kind of be like, I'm ready to let this go. You know, I'm like fully adjusted past this phase of my life and ready to move on with the next one. But I was kind of like disguising it mentally as a like a bachelor party sort of thing. Just kind of my solo. I was by myself. It was like one of those, you know, leaving Las Vegas, self-searching. Well, he was ready to kind of end things, but still, you know, leaving Las Vegas, soul-searching, lost in translation. That kind of thing. I didn't really need it in the end. I was pretty okay with getting married, and I'm pretty okay with staying married. And she's a great lady, so yeah. I don't know what I was so nervous about at the time. I still think I'm not good enough. I think that's like, you know, a pretty, if we're talking therapy, and theism too. Like, I know that a lot of Christians, like, they have that feeling like they'll never be good enough, and that's like a fully ingrained civilizational, like, Man, that is just, it's deep, it's generational, and it's comprehensive. Everyone gets that existential dread. You know, no, what is it? It's imposter syndrome? I can't remember. It might, it's either imposter syndrome or it's, there's another one that's sort of the same, almost the same thing. I'm not 100% sure. It'd be great, you know, if you're watching this like later on, or if you are, you know, just stumbling on this now and you happen to be a qualified therapist, I would love to have a partner in this, in Theme Thursdays or in Therapy Thursdays, where I wouldn't necessarily feel like I was being irresponsible in recommending advice to people. So yeah, and if you happen to be a theist that also agrees that there are inconsistencies in the Bible and that God is not necessarily all good or all that kind of stuff, if you you know, tend to align with progressive ideals, then, you know, I would love to have contributions on that side as well. Like, I would love to get a panel going. So yeah, if you are the kind of person that just likes sharing knowledge, and you happen to be a therapist, or you happen to be a theology scholar, yeah, then I'd love to have you on and just kind of kick some ideas around. Or you could be a regular, you could go halvesies with me on this and we could kind of like promote each other. That's cool too. I am interested in reaching out, so if you've also got some debate wishes, or if you want to... I love it. I'm loving this accordion music. That makes me sound old. And accordion music is not simply for old people. I used to like it when I was young too. Oh my god. Let's change subjects real quick. All right, I'm gonna turn that this window capture off. But if you want to see the slightly unhinged rantings that are available on YouTube, then please let me know and I'll put it up in the chat box. It was pretty funny. Not funny, strange. Kind of funny. I'm trying to decide if I should laugh or cry. If we don't laugh, we cry. And if you know what that's from, oh, there was, so I do want to move on to COD because it's getting a little later than I wanted it to, but there was something that I wanted to, I'll close these, close that. We do have a lot of material for oh, here we go, okay. So we have a lot of material for Talk Tuesday, for MAGA.
It's been pretty thoroughly.
Just don't just keep playing. Jesus. Oh, this guy's a real piece of work. So yeah.
Ready to hustle?
Damn, I had a lot of tabs open. Hooey! Look at that guy. Oof. God's gift to women. There you go, ladies. Go get him. Go get him. All right, so hang on. Let me pause this music real quick. I wanted to set this up right. There's something very specific I wanted to do. Inspirational Pixabay music, so I don't get no copyright strikes. All right, I want to put on some like an inspirational, you know the kind, like the free tunes that Amazon uses all the time, which is so super shitty that they do that, because you should just, you know, buy the music, assholes. No copyright music. Okay, let me see if this is right, if this sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Can I turn it down a little bit? Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. So, as you can probably tell, this was actually, I believe, in a Amazon commercial, it feels like. No, just pause, you fudger. Here we go, okay. I had to cue it up. All right, so now don't look at me. Don't look. This is a poem. I'm gonna read a poem. All right. Oh, can I put something like some B-roll on the screen? Let's see. Let's see if I can find a YouTube video. American flag waving. This is gonna screw up my. Oh, does it have music too? Just noise? Just noise. No music. I mean, it says music, doesn't it? Video and audio. Nope. Just said video and audio. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, ambient noise is good. That's cool. All right. Where'd the music go? All right, let me turn off my camera and the topics. Okay, all right. Hang on. We're setting this up. We're doing real good here. We're doing a real funny. We're doing a real funny. Did I close it? Did I close the Pixabay? No, I didn't. I did not close the window. I simply think I did. All right, here we go. Let me just... All right, I wrote a poem, guys, okay? I wrote a poem. Oh. All right, I wrote a poem. And just tell me if it sounds good, all right? Tell me if it sounds good. I'm gonna put it next to this inspirational music. Oh, I think I blacked out. I don't remember getting more water, but I did. All right. Let me get into character here. Here we go. Okay. Sometimes life gives you lemons, so you make lemonade. But sometimes you're allergic to that lemonade, but you drink it anyway. And sometimes it's not all that bad. And yes, I work out at Planet Fitness. God loves you. I think you're awesome. Have a nice day. And fade out. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That was a lot of setup for that. But I thought it was really funny concept. I thought it was a really funny concept. And I enjoyed making it because I just feel like it had to be pointed out that this may come off as more satirical than I think this person intended. But I wanted to give us that little tidbit first to get us a little amuse bouche, if you're familiar with the term, ready to receive, oh, not that one, ready to receive, if you will, this content. Tell me if it sounds like something that makes sense, or if perhaps perhaps it's not that sensical. And it seems, now tell me if it's satire. I guess maybe I've waited this whole time just to ask. Tell me if this is satire. Is this satire? Just tell me. Just frickin' tell me.
Sometimes life gives you lemons and you gotta make lemonade. Sometimes you're allergic to that lemonade. You drink it anyway. Sometimes it's not all that bad. And yes, I work out at Planet Fitness.
Have I been fooled? Am I being trolled? Have I been fooled? Have I been taken by this man's charm? Will I qualify for the ASMR World Championships with all these mouth sounds? You really just got to stay hydrated, kids. That's really all it is. Just stay hydrated. God, I really hope no kids are watching. Not a channel for the young'uns, all right? So, I was looking for shorts that have to do with men's mental health. That's clear. That's what, I mean, obviously that's what I was looking for. I don't know if I stumbled on a satirical, because some people really commit to the bit. Some people really, like, they go out and they'll buy one of those American flag sweatshirts, you know, and this feels, at the very least, AI produced, like not made, like not generated by AI, but like produced, like, you know, he probably had the clip and then could have given it to like an AI program like Opus Clip that might have put, you know, the captions, and then maybe he slapped the music onto it. I don't know, but it seems satirical.
God loved you. I think you're awesome. You guys have a great day.
Right? Right, and that's it. That's all there is to it. It doesn't seem like satire. So yeah, I maybe he just, you know, there are some people that are religious to the point of fundamentalism who are just genuinely trying to be good people. And it's not often that you encounter that. It's more so if you're looking at it from a, if I may, psychological point of view, I am not a qualified specialist or anything. So if you're experiencing a mental health crisis, do not watch my stream for that. Go and get your own help and whatnot. Also, we are still going to do call-ins for the remainder of the stream, but I wanted to get into COD, and I wanted to get going on that. So the whole reason, if you weren't here when I explained it, the whole reason why I want to try to focus on games as much as possible is A, because I want to get my skills back up again just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to shut down Discord to save resources for the computer, because my computer will start screaming. Not actually. I'm sure nobody actually thought that was the case, but it will start to heat up unnecessarily. And I wish I could just shut down Steam while I was playing too. That would be really cool. Also, if you happen to be a regular and you're watching or lurking or whatever, I did receive the monetization tool access, though I did not, like, it says that I'm not able to use it, any of the funds that I get, until I reach affiliate status, which is always a fun thing. Why do it then? You know? So you can get, you're in dashboard, whatever, balance, stupid thing. Enjoy. So since we have Discord exited, we will turn off the subjects. Let me change my category. And then, oh man, it looks like they broke up the categories a little bit. No. I just usually don't type in Call of Duty, I guess. It looks like the more, well, I'm not super concerned. I don't think that it really does much for your searchability if you change your category midstream. Midstream. Hilarious. Where's the... Oh. Alright, so instead of call in live, we'll just say live. And then, God, we'll type in a different title here. If it wants to stop lagging on me. You guys ever notice that with, what's it called? YouTube in Firefox does not like to be very responsive. I have room for more tags here. Alright, well, I will add some then. I don't know, you guys are watching. What tag should I add? Which is a good one, I guess. Oh, I was told that a good way to elicit engagement is to say, hey, type 1 in the chat if you're triggered. So, I mean, it really doesn't fit the theme right now, but type 1 in the chat if you're triggered. Sorry, I was late, you know, I was late to it. I should have done the engagement thing earlier. I appreciate that. You know, sometimes you can't win them all. And I learned that my delay is like really, really bad. I don't know how to change that. It's on low latency. Oh no, it's not. Okay. That answers that. Fine. I guess I figured it out. But it was purely on accident. I refuse to take any credit. Are we really doing this? Are we really fighting the download bar boss right now? Is that what we're doing? Well, while this does whatever it's gonna do, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I can't change that. Well, I was gonna make it more interesting, but I'll be right back. I just gotta use the restroom. Oh, you heavy. Oh my god. Oh, you're so heavy. Woo! Sorry, I forgot to explain why Call of Duty. It's because I want to get my skills up because Battlefield's coming out soon. Battlefield 6, I think. And it's looking real good. It's looking real good, let me tell you. So, I would love. Don't put your tongue in my nose again. I would love to be able to compete in the arena of my gaming peers in the hopes that I threw up a lot yesterday. I don't know. What are you doing? Why are you so scared right now? Oh, she's just feeling cuddly. No. I can't play with you right now. I'm streaming. Once I get maybe like a second camera or something, we can probably set up like a dog cam. I'm also going to do tattoos days, maybe. I don't know which day. I still don't know which day. I would like to do it. It's just, it sucks to try and like set all that stuff up. Well, especially like, because you want to keep things in like a sanitary or in a sterile like setting, and it's hard to set that up here at my desk. and you can't. I don't think that I can do that without. Or I don't think that I can do tattoos on the stream without that measure of safety or sanitary practices. Just because I don't want to like encourage anyone to potentially get an infection, or I don't want someone to emulate what I'm doing and think that they're going to be fine because I'm just a pretty decently clean person in general. I don't know, and I'm willing to accept the risk too. So I don't know. I just prefer to make sure that I'm crossing my I's and dotting my lowercase j's. Yeah. Larry. Oh, Larry. Oh, Larry. Oh, wherefore art thou? Wherefore art thou, Larry? Larry, come on, content. What are we doing here? What are we doing? All right, does anybody have a joke? Or try to stump me with a trivia question. Why don't you? Do I don't have a current window open. Give me something. Give me some trivia. Let me, let's plumb the depths of my knowledge together. Random trivia. Oops, question. Don't give me the... Trivia questions. How many bones comprise a giraffe's neck? I'm gonna say 200. I don't think I'm right. Oh. 7. Oh. Well. What can human beings do that's faster than a cheetah? I'm gonna say think or reason or something. Think, probably. Think or reason. Swim? Swim. Really that pissed off that I can't just play with her. I can't just run around and play with you all day. As much as I would like to. Oh, and her farts have been real bad. Like, the worst. Like, I already said that they were bad. But, like, it's gotten... I don't know if she's got, like, a tummy issue or something, but... oh, she's been taking probiotics. Oh, no, that's what it is. So her farts have changed. They are no longer sulfury like a toot normally is. You know, it's like stinky rotten egg sort of thing, which is like I don't like it, but I can deal with it. And I'm like, ugh, stinky, and like it's whatever. You know, I'm like, just get out of here. But no, they've evolved. They have evolved. Not only are they now audible, she makes an audible noise now. But also, I have twice, legitimately, and I don't mean as a joke, and I'm not committing to a bit, I mean legitimately, I have had to check to see if there was poop coming out of her butt. Twice. Legitimately worried that she was pooping in her sleep. Because that's how bad it smelled. It smelled like farm fresh dookie. On a mostly fish diet. I can't even describe, there's no way to describe it. It's it is indescribable. All right, so if we're talking about, if we can include brain things, and I'm gonna say think, but if we're talking about like practical physical activities, I'm gonna say swimming. Sneeze? I think I heard that. They also don't roar. They're not like big cat roars. They do like meows. What is the name of toothpaste that goes on a toothbrush? Huh? I can't even understand the question. A nurdle? You could have worded that better. What is the smallest nation in the world? It's that one, Sealand, right? No, Vatican City. Oh yeah, it is a nation. Darn it. The US $10,000 bill was last printed in 1945 and is the largest denomination ever in public circulation. Whose portrait appeared on it? Bush? I almost said Margaret Thatcher for some reason. Oh my god. Salmon P. Chase. What? Who? Could it have been different, like, over the years? Could there have been different $10,000 bill portrait subjects? I have to believe that. There's no... I don't even... Who's Salmon P. Chase? What is the largest desert in the world? It's a white one. It's don't be fooled. It's an ice town. It's like Antarctica or some shit. The Antarctic. Michael Myers is the villain of which horror movie franchise? Well, if I was to try and troll you, I would say the Austin Powers franchise. The Austin Powers series of movies. Would that be funny? I don't think that's necessarily that funny of a joke. Because you're trying to imply that Austin Powers is a horror movie, and I don't think that tracks. Sorry, I'm just wielding a torch right now. For no good reason. Just don't mind me. Obviously Halloween, but see, I guess I think I'm hoping that there's gonna be a trick question, and I think I'm kind of like letting that spoil any actual answers. Which, oh, I already clicked on that, damn it. I wouldn't have said the US, so I would have gotten it wrong anyway. There's nothing, I'm not checking my torch for anything. I'm not watching for any kind of color or anything. Ornithology, birds. I'm trying to like engage. I'm trying to engage with like a potential community, and I'm just blurting the answers out. Community of one, I'd say. Sorry, if you just joined, I'm still waiting for Call of Duty to update. But we're gonna jump in. I don't mind going a little later. Hour and a half sounds fine. If it finishes soon. Pete Best was the original drummer for which famous band? I know that one. If you know it, then say it. Oh, and now I'm not sure that I know it. I don't think I have the right answer. I think something jumped into my head. And I don't even think that it was a drummer that jumped into my head. I might have been thinking about Peter Criss. Rush? Beatles. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Oh, yeah, that's there's a documentary about him. I think I remember that. Where's my accordion music? Where is my... Oh. Error? Don't give me an error. Give me more accordion music. That's much better. So yeah, we're waiting for Call of Duty to update, and then we're gonna jump into Call of Duty. I don't know why I'm like mumbling all my words. It's gonna be fun. I know. It's like, you shouldn't be changing stuff. I think the prevailing notion is that you probably shouldn't change stuff once you've started. Like, I think that's supposed to be a thing. I don't know. I don't really care. All I care about is having a good time and vibing with my online homies. I don't think that I have gotten a big enough blob. And the clock's running out. It's gonna be a low temp dab if I'm not hurrying, or if I'm not quicker. Can you guess why that sounded different? I bet you can't. I bet you can't. I bet you can't. Bet you can't guess why that one was different. That's a trivia question for you. Okay, here's a good one. I know this one. In which species do males give birth to their young? Which one? I'll wait. If you can name it, you get a bajillion internet points. You get so many internet points that it's not even goddamn funny. It won't be funny at all, you motherfucker. I'm gonna start windmilling into this crowd. I'm not. Don't worry, I won't windmill into any crowds. I promise. It's seahorses. Where will you find the smallest bone in the human body? I was gonna say, I don't think I can say what. Oh, let's see. Where will you find the smallest bone in the human body? Inside Trump's wife tonight. With any luck? Ear. Yeah, see, no, I did it before. I can't take credit for getting it right if I clicked it as I was saying it. Because then anybody can just assume that I was, you know, just saying it as I was seeing it. I'll be honorable on that one. We'll use the honor system. Which country produces the most coffee in the world? I'm going to say... Where are the Andes? What the hell is that place? Peru. I'm gonna say either Colombia. Oh no, that could be a trick question. It could be the US? No. Could be Turkey, Colombia, or Peru. Brazil! Oh man, I was in the right region of the world, but doesn't surprise me that it's a South American nation. Brazil. Who was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Billy Elliot? Billy Elliot. Billie Holiday? I don't know who female rockers. Oh, Aretha Franklin. Okay. Which country produces them? Alright, we already saw that. Why is that the same? Nah. They did back-to-backs. Which planet in our solar system has the longest day? Saturn? It'd have to be the biggest one, right? Venus. Weird. How far out is Venus? How many brains does an octopus have? I'm gonna have to guess more than one, since this is even a question. Let's say 2? 9? That, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Scataplanktonic ganglion something or other. Placna scantic. I don't remember what it is. It was a quote from Futurama. Damn it! Whatever. What is the difference between a cemetery and a graveyard? Is it something about tombstones, maybe? Oh, graveyards are attached to churches. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Well, there you go. Which two countries share the longest international border? Oh, I used to know this. France US and Germany? United States and Canada. Whatever. It's fine. What is the oldest soft drink in America? Root beer? Is it, are they looking for a brand name, or do they want like just a type of Dr. Pepper? Damn, girl. All right. Cool. What is on the top floor of the U.S. Supreme Court building? Storage? Oh. Holy shit. I didn't know there was a basketball court up there. What did the first vending machine dispense? What would it have been? What would it have been? Holy shit. First vending machine. If I knew what year they were invented, I might be able to venture a decent guess. How are we doing, Call of Duty? Fudge me. Newspaper? Holy water. Oh my stars, we are learning all kinds of new stuff today. What is the only fruit that has its seeds on the outside? Strawberry. Ha ha! What is the rarest M&M color? I'm gonna say blue, but that's just because they didn't have it for a long time. Brown? Is that because it looks like little poops? Little poops. God damn it. Well, now we know the answer before we even know the question, so congratulations. What was the first toy advertised on television? First toy. A hobby horse, maybe? On television? Be like 60s? No, maybe about 50s. Late 50s, 55. A doll. It would have to be like a doll or a easy bake oven or a hobby horse or something. Oh, Mr. Potato Head. Not surprising. I surprised I didn't think of that, but not surprising. The most expensive home in the world? Oh, I don't know, man. I'd rather not keep track of how people waste money. Buckingham Palace. Okay, yeah. What bones do newborns lack? All of them! They're wiggly little jelly babies. Oh, kneecaps. What is the real name of the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street? It's a trick question. That is his real name. Maybe it's Cookie E Monster or something, you know? Sid! Whoa. I find this highly concerning. Why is that a thing? How many pounds of skin does the average person lose in a given year? Lose? I'm gonna say 1.5 pounds. Lose? Average person? Oh, I got it right! Of skin? I think we just wiped that from the memory. Probably. Where does it all go? Where does it go? Where does all that skin go? Where is it hiding? What was Walt Disney afraid of? Jews? If the rumors are correct. Oh, mice. Oh, yeah. What are people who love eating ice called? What? Pagophagiacs. What the fudge even? What even is that? I didn't know that was a thing. H.G. Wells' first novel? Was it 20,000 Leagues? 40,000 Leagues, sorry. What? What? Oh, hey, we're doing it anyway. Okay, good. Oh my god, that was torture. You go through life occasionally realizing that you're not all that smart, and then, you spend a while growing and learning, and then you learn a little bit, and you're like, okay, I feel like maybe I'm getting a little smarter, and like maybe I'm a little bit more well-adjusted, and then you look at some random trivia to try and kill some time, and you realize that you're exactly just as dumb as you were before. Screw you, trivia questions. I rebuke thee. Have to turn my graphic settings down again. I tend to bump it up a little bit. Oh, come on. I tend to bump it up a little bit when it's nighttime and I'm not streaming the game. But because for some reason streaming the game does not agree with the game, so it eats up resources like crazy, So I gotta adjust it. Gotta adjust it on the fly. Oh shit, 2 XP weekend. Hell yeah, girl. Bitch. Did they come out with a new season, I guess? Can I not watch the... Thank you. We don't need cinematics here. We need action. Oh wait, that means oh, well, I didn't buy this battle pass. I don't need it. No, thank you. I don't have enough. Get out of here. Get out of here! Just making sure that the neighbors can hear me nice and clearly. Too bad they can't hear this awesome accordion music. Copyright free too. Well, maybe it might be like AI generated, I think that's how they do it now. You never know. You never know. I know. That's right. Because I've been there. Pardon me. Oh dear. So Battlefield 6 is coming out soon. I think the open beta has been opening and closing. I think it's currently open, and I think it might be going till they release. I'm not sure. I don't really want to... I don't know. I feel like I might get frustrated at either the lack of fine-tuning in terms of, being release ready, or I might end up burning myself out, neither of which are desirable outcomes. So I'm gonna leave it alone until it's released, and then I'll just buy it. If there's a like an instant access or early access thing, then I might do the come on shaders, yeesh. Then I might buy it early, like do the pre-order thing, just for the requisite amount of time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to kind of, I guess, spoil myself on it. Like, I don't think that it's really gonna, I'm not talking about like story elements or anything. I don't think that's really a risk. But I hope this one does have a decent campaign, though. The other one, 2042, I don't think did. It nothing but problems. There were less game features and more problems that they developed. I liked it from release all the way to up to now. I haven't minded it. I've been okay with it. And now, like, after it's got all the updates that it's gotten and all the expansions and stuff, I think it's leaving the zeitgeist in a good place, I guess, with, I guess, probably one of the lowest player bases of all the modern Battlefields. I think Battlefield 1 or 5 has more players right now, but it jumped back up when they did the most recent update. So I don't know what it's like now, so maybe it's better, maybe it's changed a little bit. All right, while I'm waiting for the stupid shaders to finish, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I will be right back. What happened here? I lost a piece of paper towel. Ugh. Man, paper towel. Paper towel. Them shits. If you ever had a paper towel, if you ever had need of one, well, them shits is highly useful. I mean, other than that being true, I don't really know why I said that. There really was no reason. Oh yeah, we gotta adjust the settings so that I don't burn out my video card. Nope, we already. We'll go with basic, I guess. It didn't really get too hot last time, so. I don't think that I stopped playing last night. I think that I adjusted these before I went to bed. Oh yeah, I was rocking the thermal. I sound so bemused. Oh, I was rocking the thermal. Great. Cool. Oh, good. Oh. If you're just joining, I'm Goose, and we're playing some CoD gameplay. Wow. We're doing some CoD gameplay, and you know, it's still a theme Thursday, which you may see. I think the title is still like Theist Therapy Thursdays. Really, all that means is that if you have a theist point of view and you would like to share it, and you think that you have a convincing argument for why God, or that God exists, or any proof or anything like that, I'm happy to see it. Though maybe a good first house rule going forward would be that if you understand that we're going to have an open discussion, it means I might interrupt you once or twice. Just try to understand that my only intention is to gain more information or more context. So if I say, is there a date associated with that? Just provide the date and then continue talking. Like, you don't have to be a little bitch baby about it. That being said, we are entertaining theists. We are entertaining any kind of questions about therapy. If you need resources or you need to know where to get help, I can probably point you in the right direction. Other than that, we're just playing some COD right now. I was verifying that my loadouts looked good. And rating 4 shaders to finalize. Wait. That said more things than I had ticked on last time. I do not want headquarters. Don't want demolition. I'm not a demolition fan, nor am I a 24/7 fan. Where the heck did no mercenary, I guess. People don't care that I'm flying solo. I think that's it. Oh, control. Not control. I think that's it. I think we got it. I think we did it. We got there in the end. Also, guys, if you do show up and you see anything you like, please stick around for just a little bit, you know, get that engagement going. In addition to that, if you could like and subscribe, I would much appreciate it. And follow on Twitch as well. I mean, if for some reason you think that what you're seeing is just so impressive that you want to give me money, I do have monetization tools on Twitch, but I do not know if I've set them up correctly. So feel free to go over there and spend money to your heart's content. Can't access it until affiliate, so it's just going to go into a void that just kind of goes nowhere. Least of all into my pocket, if it does go anywhere. So, you know, we'll get there. I don't think this music really fits with what's happening on the screen. Pretty strange. A little disjointed. Oh, also, I normally turn this way down. There we go. No, oh. Don't be loud, guys. Don't be loud now.
And all you have to do, Andrew, when you're in game.
Yeah, Andrew, listen up.
What does
Face
Andrew
up.
have to do?
Face up, Andrew. Face up, Andrew. No, we're not inspired. He's not inspired. He's not inspired. Why does it especially smell like weed right now? One of you pups spark up a doobie? What's happening? Is Call of Duty dying? Call of Duty? Oh. Andrew! Andrew, come back! What does he have to do? What does Andrew have to do? Oh, I knew something like this would happen. It's because I don't pray to Jesus. Oh, God. So Larry was Jewish, but also believed that Jesus was the Messiah. Is that a thing? Does anybody know? I was confused about that. I think maybe that was sort of like, what is happening right now? I think are we frozen? Are we frozen for good? Let it go, don't hold it back anymore. Yeah. Hello? Mr. Call of Duties? No? Are we unhappy? Are we unhappy, Mr. Calls of Duties? Help me out here, internet gods. Get with me now. Could you please? All right, fine. You know what? We're gonna task manager this shit, and we're 100% of my CPU. I'm sorry? Call of Duty, please? Could you get off my system? Thank you. Why is there so many Firefox instances open? We'll just cut this out, I guess. We'll cut out Firefox. Reduce the memory load. Don't ever ask me to repeat that word. Gross. And then we'll move this over here. And then I will open Call of Duty once more, I guess. If it works. Call of Duties. I'm only gonna have like an hour to play. Fudge. No, I do not want to run in safe mode. Come on. It might be because I need new game ready drivers. If that's the case, that's fine. What I'll do is I'll end the stream early, which unfortunately, you know, that sucks, but I might have time to stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be 3 hours of pure COD. Should be fun. I think I'd be okay with that. But yeah, it's been tough trying to get this thing going. We'll try to get into one more game, I guess. Just preloading again. This does not bode well. Larry! Oh, Larry. Want to hear about the probably like reptilian stuff you might have gotten into, you know? Like, that's some deep stuff. That's like some tribes of Judah, 12 tribes of Judah stuff. Which, if you'll forgive me for making the connection, is where eugenics came from. Just saying. And institutional racism. So. And the Nation of Islam. The black militant group, not the actual Nation of Islam. All right, fine. I guess, you know what? It's taken too long. I'm getting impatient. What I would like to do is... Well, I'm going to end the stream. That's for damn sure. So if you're lingering because you think it's going to continue, then I'm sorry. What I would like to do is I would like to get some stuff around the house done. So this is a good excuse, you know? We will be back. If we're not back on... If we're not back tomorrow, we might be back tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow's topic's going to be, but I'm trying to stream as often as possible. If we're not back tomorrow, we'll be back either Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember which day. I think it might be Sunday. And then we will probably have time to stream on Monday. Then it'll be normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Usually 11 to 2 on any given day. It seems to be when I have like the most consistent time open, but yeah, that may change, that may move around. I don't know. We're just doing the damn thing, you know? We just keep doing it. Thank you, Larry, for the engagement. I appreciate it. You didn't get anything else accomplished, but you provided me with ample entertainment. I can chew on that for a while. Have a good one, guys. I've been Goose. Please like and subscribe. Check out all my old videos, too. It'd be great to see them get some, renewed attention. I talk about, like, tips for getting a job, tips for running restaurants, or, like, for starting a restaurant, something like that. Yeah, just all kinds of stuff. Talk about how the sales industry is all scams. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but never hurts to hear it from another angle. Yeah. All right.